especially now,
Yeah.
to just get in that habit of seeking gratification from like the Instagram likes and the Facebook likes and who's viewing my stuff, you know. But yeah, when you have like a really good girl in your or guy, whatever you are, you know, if you have a really good partner in your back corner and you're focused on, you know, not what the whole world thinks of you, but just, you know, focus on what really you want, and you have that relationship and that connection deep with this person where you tell them what it is that you want, you know, they'll be able to give you insight and you know, be able to see it from a different lens than you, to be like, hey, like you're in alignment with what you are or you're not, and like, you know, here's where you're falling short, etc. So yeah, I think it's huge. Super,
do you feel like it's an advantage to be in a relationship 100%. When you are trying to build a business?
100%.
Like, because a lot of dudes are like, yo, I need to be single, I need to get the bag, I want to like get all these girls, like a girl's a distraction if like I'm trying to build a business. But
that's the ego speaking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you can't build a business without a good team. Everyone's focused on trying to be a solopreneur because they see some 17-year-old kid with a Ferrari that they rented, you know, saying that they did, you know, 7 figures in e-com sales. And it's not even real, one, but two, you know, like they're just trying to make money. So the people that they're even viewing or seeing that shit from, it's not real at all. Building a business isn't possible without a team of mentors, of people that are doing work for you, people that are way smarter than you, you know, helping you with accounting or you know, sales or internal processes or whatever it is, marketing, you know. So I mean, a team is the most important part. And if you don't have your team as in your partner, I mean, like, you know, it's just, in my opinion, it's not going to flow. I mean, not to say that you can't do it alone, but it's a lot more enjoyable and, in my opinion, a lot easier. Like, why would you not want to?
I agree. Yeah, why wouldn't you want to like enjoy it with your partner, like, and enjoy the success, not just like get the success and bring someone in after the fact you got the success. So,
yeah. But I think a lot of those people that come up and turn up, and this happens to me too, dude, so much, especially because I get loud here and there online and whatnot. But you know, just so many people come out of that word work that want to talk to me or hang out or like, oh, let's do this, or you know, Trent, I got this, you know, and it happens so much. And you know, my lady's been around before, like, you know, I reached another level, you know, and so she helps me become aware of even that, of like, why are you spending time with these people, or you know, because it's about finding the right group of people too, that are going to help propel you up, not just like feed your ego. So I think it's really focusing and trying to understand like what's ego based, and then like what's like actually your path, and what's humble, and like what is it that you're actually trying to accomplish.
Hell yeah. How would you say like is the best way to like, because I'm sure you're busy, like building a business, like I'm sure you're doing other things, like how do you manage your time of like business, relationships, like do you have a strict schedule you stick to, like to even with your relationship, like if you know, one of my more recent mentors, if it's important, this is what he said, if it's important, it gets on your calendar. So you know, on my calendar is time with the lady, walk the dog. And people get so weird about like you're putting your relationship on a schedule. I'm like, why? That means you prioritize it. Like,
it's important if it goes on my calendar.
Yeah, like people I heard like they were like up in arms when they heard like Elon Musk has to schedule his kids in and stuff. I'm like, he should. I'm like. Like when you're at that level, you got to schedule everything in.
I think any level you're at, you know, I think the disconnect is, again, people for some reason view that as wrong. And I don't understand why. Like why? If your calendar is how you structure your time, and your time is valuable and important to you, why would it not go on your calendar?
I'm like, if I'm making time for anyone, I'm like, that means you're important. Like, even this podcast, I'm like, this is important. I feel honored and grateful to have you here because you made time to come here.
I feel honored. This is cool.
I'm like, dude, time is so important, and people, they just don't see the importance of scheduling out time and the
Yeah.
importance of who you spend your time with.
So it's tough at first too, because especially with like with the boys, the day ones, it's tough because like they see you trying to do more, and luckily I have awesome like we have a great group that we grew up with, man.
Yeah.
So it's been cool because everyone's pretty supportive. But some people like they see like me, even just the practice of me being like, hey, I'm gonna hold myself to this calendar. I'm gonna respect my time differently.
Yeah.
Because what I had done was when I had set that up, everyone around me knew about it. I had laid this foundation and this standard with everyone around me, like, hey, this is how I operate now.
I like that, yeah.
And so it was like I got feedback both ways, like, oh, you think you're better than us, like
Yeah.
you get that, but it's just small-minded thinking, man.
Yeah.
It's just
Just self-love. It's like
yeah,
having boundaries. It's like, this is my time, like.
yeah,
And then when you don't stick to your boundaries, then you don't feel like you're actually doing what you need to do for you, and then you go down a path of like self-destruction or whatever, because you're like, well, I gave up my boundaries for so and so, for the boys.
Yeah.
Even though like I know it's not conducive to me, but
sure,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like important to
absolutely, dude.
keep that up. But I would say with like relationships, I definitely feel like being in one is definitely one of the keys to success. A lot of people don't talk about, and I don't know, how would you say like is the best way for someone who's like single right now, like what would you say like their next move is if someone's single, if they're trying to like get from square one to somewhere, like what would you say like their first move would be, like navigate the girls?
Yeah.
What would you say, like start moving in this direction? Like what would be the key to like?
All right, I'll give you step by step. Here's what I would do. Here's what I've done. So in my opinion, step one, cut them all off. Like, because a lot of dudes, they're on all the dating apps, all the bullshit. They're texting, a bunch of girls, bunch of dudes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Whoever it is. But cut it off and get alone and be alone with yourself. And I think you need like a good amount of time to really hone in and focus on what it is that you actually want.
Yeah.
And define out what it is that you want your life to look like. Number one, because if you don't understand yourself and who you are and what you want out of your life, you're gonna be the puppy dog that's chasing girls around.
Yeah.
And like that's not how you operate.
Exactly.
Not on my level anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a creator.
Yeah.
I have goals. I have dreams. I'm gonna go reach them.
Yeah.
So it's holding really good ground to what it is that you want and who are you. I think this is a huge question. I ask this to a lot of people that I coach or mentor or help with. But who are you when no one else is around? Because a lot of times, like, you're dating girls, and it's like, oh, like, I like seafood. It's like, oh, I like seafood too. That's my favorite. Yeah, let's go get seafood.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't even like seafood.
Yeah.
You're just saying this stuff to attract and try to be around this person, right?
Exactly.
For whatever motive they have.
Yeah.
So it's really understanding who you are first, Miles. And then number two would be to sit down and write out. And I have to thank one of my best friends for this one, a girl, Tanya. But she said, like, write down every single quality that you want out of the person that you're with.
Dude, I did that in my current relationship.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, I tell my friends, I'm like, you could look back in retrospect because I still have it. And I'm like, yo, this just checks off everything. And it's like, you could say it's like law of attraction. You could get down to like
it is,
reticular activating system. It's all of it.
It is.
But yeah, you have to know what you want to get
It
it.
is.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's just writing down, like, and get specific. If you want a short girl,
Yeah.
write it down.
Put it down.
Yeah.
Like, it's a menu.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want out of this, right?
Yeah.
Write it down. And I think after doing that, and then focusing on my goals and who I am and what I want, and I'm going on my journey, it's law of attraction, dude. It's just they're gonna show up.
Yeah.
And opportunity is going to present itself to people that are abundant, and they're focused on opportunities.
Yeah.
And they're focused on the right things, not the wrong things. And it happens.
Yeah.
And some people may be like, oh, that's lucky, this or that, that doesn't happen for me. And what I say to that honestly is, that's a negative mindset. That's scarcity talking.
Yeah.
Like, get out of that, be more abundant, and focus on your goals. And if you're just honed in and you're focused on the day-to-day of what you're doing, and you're focused on being a good person, hold yourself to your values, hold yourself to your morals, right people will come in.
Definitely.
They just will.